Hello guys, and today I'm bringing you a brand new video, and this is another trading method on FIFA 17. Now this is a bit different to the other ones. Usually I give you sort of a player to trade with, get his lowest buy now, change the position, or even sort of investment players like Mustafi when I did that video. But this time we're going to do a sort of a method as a whole rather than a specific player. This method is basically one of the two forms of sniping. So there's two forms of sniping in my opinion. One of them is to buy now the lowest possible buy now. So if the lowest Oscar, for example, that's a player I'm using, if the lowest Oscar is going for 3.5k, you're going to want to sit on 3.4k and spam that constantly and try and go onto the market. As you go on the market, you'll say, oh, obviously there's not a player of this sort of price or whatever it says, and you just want to spam it until one comes up, because sometimes people who are inexperienced at FIFA will put him up for maybe 2-3k, not realizing, and this happens with all players. Messi's, before they had the price caps in, there were Messi's going for sort of 100-200k, and obviously that was a couple of years ago, but obviously that's sort of how the game works. People can accidentally put an Oscar, a Suarez, anyone, from the lowest players to the biggest players up for a lot less than they're worth, because obviously with the price caps and that, there is a very low number for the first number. So if they're putting up for the lowest number, that isn't one way of sniping, picking up the lowest possible one on the market and then selling that on for a lot of coins. And the other way is to do what I'm doing, which is to mass bid on a lot of coins, on a lot of the players, and you're going to want to do it in the last sort of 30 seconds of the card being on the market. And by doing that, the other person, who's bidding on it might not notice, because a lot of people don't actually watch until sort of the last 5 minutes. Normally when I bid on a player, if it's on half an hour, I'll just leave it and check afterwards. So you're going to want to bid on sort of the last 30 seconds. Obviously I got outbid here, I had a minute left, and it seemed that the Oscars that were going for on bids were actually going for more than his lowest buy now. So obviously people weren't checking the market, which they should have. So it was making it a bit difficult to actually do this method. So obviously he wasn't the best example. I do apologise for that. And it really doesn't. This method works with any players. So you could pick out Fernando, as you saw there, and do the same thing with him. And this works with all players in the game. And it's pretty simple. Obviously it's best to do it with gold players. If you're doing it with bronze players, you're really not going to be benefiting yourself. But obviously it's, you can do it with informs, you can do it with legends, special cards, anything you want, and you're just going to make small bits of profits depending on how you do it. And if you get a really big snipe, you could make a huge amount of profit. And if you have enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like below, subscribe if you're new. If you've got any questions that you need to ask, drop it in the comments, message me on PS4. Obviously I have a YouTube account, and if you need that, I will drop it in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next one.